This is Shelly Hitz from authoraudienceacademy.com, and I'm an author coach, and I'm on a mission to help you reach more people with your message. Today, what I'm going to do is share with you 7 critical steps to creating a book launch page that converts. And a lot of times when authors create a book launch or plan a book launch, a lot of times they're directing people to Amazon or another retailer. But I really encourage you to create a specific landing page for your book and specifically for your book launch, because you can add in elements that will really help you to get more sales. One of the things I highly recommend is that you give them a reason to buy now, whether that's a bonus, it's a limited price, and we're going to talk a little bit more on how to really work on that in more detail. If you would like the handout with all the links and all the steps that I'm going to share in this video, you can get it at my latest podcast, and you can get it at shellyhitz.com/podcast10. the number 10, or you can just go to my website, shellyhitz.com, and it will be one of the first posts that you see. So that way you have all of the notes. So the first critical step for creating a book launch page that converts is your headline. You've got to create a compelling headline, something that catches their attention, that it's a benefit for what your readers are going to get from your book. And I recommend spending some time on this headline. I actually had a tool created for Author Audience Academy members. It's called the TitleWave tool, and it's a tool that you can use to create book titles, but you can also use it for headlines. And this is for any of the yearly members that are in my academy. And there's other tools online that you can use to to tweak titles and come up with some good titles. There's different copywriting books out there. Words That Sell is a good book. I think I have Words That Sell too. I'd have to look exactly, but that's the first step. The second step is your book cover and your description. Obviously, you want to have an awesome book cover, but what I love to do on my book page or on my book launch landing page is to have a 3D image, or I love mockups. So on this podcast resource list, I give you 2 free resources that you can create mock-ups. You can put your book cover in iPads, in like computer images and different things like that. And again, you can get this at shellyhitz.com/podcast10, and it's the number 10. But they're amazing resources and they're for free. I also use eCover Authority to create 3D images. And again, I love that tool so much, so I have it as a bonus for yearly members in Author Audience Academy that you can use as well. The third step to a book launch page that converts is a call to action. This is basic marketing. You want to tell them what to do next. One very simple call to action is click here to buy the book on Amazon, or enter your email, your name, email, and Amazon receipt number below to claim your bonuses. Those are very common calls to action you can include on your book launch page. Number 4, I highly recommend you have an opt-in for book launch bonuses, or for bonuses that people will get when they buy your book. I like to do a bonus for 2 to 3 days when I'm first launching a book. That way it gives people a compelling reason to buy now. If you don't give them don't create a sense of urgency and scarcity, a lot of times they're like, oh, I'm interested in that book, but maybe I'll put it off. Maybe I'll wait until later. Same thing with product sales. So one thing that I've done with my Christian living books is I've offered the audiobook version of my book for free when they buy during the book launch. I send them an MP3 download. Now, you can only do this if you're publishing your audiobook through acx.com. You can only do this if you choose the non-exclusive option, or you can just have the audiobook created and sell it on your website. But I have done this several times and it works really well. Another thing is, if your book is nonfiction and it does well with having another training, video training or something like that, that's a great thing to offer as well. And then number 5, the 5th thing, is to have a timer to create urgency. So again, I have some resources for you at shellyhits.com/podcast10. That's the number 10. And what you can do is you can actually put timers on your book launch page as well as in your emails. I've done both of those things. But you know when you're watching a timer click over, click, 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 it's like, oh, time is running out. If I don't buy now, I won't get this deal or I won't get these bonuses. So that's a great thing to add to your page as well. Item number 6 is powerful endorsements and reviews. So your most powerful endorsements, add those to your book launch page, or your most powerful reviews. Add those to your page. And then finally, number 7 is your share buttons. This is a time when people are going to be interested in sharing your book. So if you have those share buttons, it can go viral. And when I find a good deal, I want to share it with my friends. And so, when people find out that you're having a discount or you're having a really good sale, they will want to share. I highly recommend that you go to my website and download the PDF. It will have all of these steps with all the links to the resources that I've been mentioning. It's at shellyhits.com/podcast10, the number 10. And let me know what works for you, because there are so many things that we're constantly learning. We're all in this together. We're learning as we go, and I would love to hear what's working for you as well. I love helping authors. I love helping you reach more people with your message. And one of the best ways is to create buzz, to have a book launch. When I was talking about the share buttons, one thing that I do and I have done before is we'll have a specific page for my book. And what I'll do is I'll edit that page for my book launch. So that same page will be used for my book launch and later on as well. And that way, all the shares, all of the buzz about that page stays. So at the top of that page, it still shows like 200 shares or 20 shares or something like that. And I just edit the page. So I add in the countdown timer. I add in the opt-in list for the bonuses. I add in what the book launch is all about, if it's a discount or if they're getting bonuses. And then after the launch is over, I'll take those things out. So that's another way to take advantage of that book launch and still have the social proof from all the buzz that goes along with your book launch afterwards. But I'm so excited to see you guys launch your books. You can also use this to relaunch a book. If you need to get a boost of sales and your book has been out for a while, use these tips and create a book launch page to renew some energy around your book. What you can do is create still a special bonus or lower the price for 2 to 3 days, and then you can get some renewed sales, get some renewed interest and social buzz around your book. If you guys do have any questions and you're watching the rebroadcast, you can always tweet me at shellyhits or post a comment on my blog. Again, you can get all of these steps with the links and the resources at shellyhits.com/podcast10, and that's the number 10.